back to the land of the rising sun. As regular viewers of the channel will know full well, I've been recently dipping my toe into the pool of Japanese kawaii metal with the phenomena baby metal. And to be fair, the baby metal experience has been contrasting, full on, and really interesting as well. Just that last reaction I did, Megitsuna, it was great because, you know, there were references to Japanese culture and so forth. So that was cool, man. And as I'm continuing with my journey of discovery of, let's just say, rock and metal that I have kind of missed out on over the last 25 plus years, well, when I was recommended this next band, it caught my attention, well, for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's another Japanese band, okay? And it so happens that it's an all-female outfit. But what's really interesting is that apparently the main influence of this particular band is heavy metal behemoth Iron Maiden. Yeah, and again, all those familiar with the channel will know that I used to be an ardent Maiden fan throughout the 1980s, and I'm only now catching up with all the stuff that they released over the last 25 years in their new era phase. So yeah, it's another Japanese metal act. Their big influence was Iron Maiden. So of course, I've got to check them out. The band is called Lovebites. Okay. And like I said, they're an all-girl group. They're a 5-piece. And they were formed in 2016. And I was kindly recommended by quite a few people from Japan to try this next song, which is called Holy War. And it's a recording from a live gig they did in 2020 in Tokyo. So there you go. Let's do this. Okay. Twin guitar. Ooh. That's I get the Maiden influence with the vocal style. Oh, wow. The guitars, man. It's impressive, eh? It kind of reminds me of Halloween, power metal. Do you remember them? There's a thrash edge to this as well. The tapping. Cool key change. I mean, there's some energy, isn't there? good vocals. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool riff, man. Nice. Oh, here comes a solo, I think. Blimey. These girls can shred. Fair play. And this is live, huh? Sounds good. Does anybody remember Steve Harris's blue bass? I mean, that's pretty stylish and well dressed for a metal gig, right? And keyboard as well, I hear. I mean, these ladies are very technical, huh? Whoa! Speed, power, intricate guitar. There was precision with that, right? Whoa! I tell you what, you gotta say, these ladies are seemingly definitely accomplished musicians, right? I mean, sometimes you can tell the kind of background a guitarist has. And it's not like what's right or wrong. You can just tell if somebody has a blues background or, you know, they picked up a guitar and have no musical training in a classical sense. But I would not be surprised if the guitarists haven't had some kind of classical music training. I mean, they have that kind of virtuoso thing about what they do, right? I mean, it's precise and very impressive. That was a live recording as well. I mean, I didn't pick up any bum notes. I mean, speed, power, really accurate. Even the bass player was doing the tapping, right? Tapping being, well, the form, for anybody who's unaware with tapping, you know, it was what Eddie Van Halen basically introduced to the rock world back in the 76, 77. It was him that started that. But on the subject of the bass player, actually, that reminds me, I said... when I was watching that, does anybody remember the Steve Harris blue bass? Which I think was a Fender. But Steve Harris used to play the blue bass in the 80s. I mean, it was a constant. For anybody who was around during that time, the blue bass was always there. I think he probably had it. I mean, definitely, I saw it on Slavery Tour. I think he used it on Summer in Time as well. I think he used it up until the 90s at least. Anyway, when I saw the bass player playing that blue bass, I was thinking, oh, I wonder if that's kind of a doff of the cap to Ari, Steve Harris. I mean, I don't think she was playing a Fender. I don't think that was a Fender. But still, it was the colour. That's what caught my attention, and that silver plate, you know. And yeah, Maiden is an influence of the band, so that also makes me wonder, you know, unless it's just a coincidence, I don't know. But that was really interesting, man. I enjoyed that. I mean, Halloween as well, I was thinking, you know, that style of power metal, 80s style, you know. But they were good, and yeah, I can get the vocal influence, you know. That I don't really like calling Bruce Dickinson style operatic. People call it operatic. I wouldn't say it's operatic. It's a kind of it's a metal style that he has, but it's, of course it's. But I would be surprised if she isn't influenced by Bruce Dickinson's vocal style, because, you know, it has that feel about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was enjoyable. That was cool, man. So there you go, Lovebites from Japan, another Japanese metal band, and this one so different from baby metal and kawaii metal. Obviously a lot more traditional in that sense, in terms of what they're doing. Not a fusion, but just continuing something that's already, well, been around for a while, but doing it in their own way. So cool. Thanks for the advice, guys. Enjoyed that.